It was a Tuesday, or maybe a Thursday. Honestly, who knows? All days felt the same back then. A lovely shade of gray I like to call, "Is this all there is?" I was standing in the cereal aisle staring at a box of something organic and gluten-free that cost more than my hourly wage at the time. My shopping cart contained the holy trinity of a broke person's diet: ramen, a single onion, and a can of beans that was definitely on sale. I wanted the fancy cereal. I wanted it with the fire of 1,000 suns. It wasn't just about the cereal, you see. It was about choosing something because I wanted it, not because it was the cheapest thing on the shelf. I did the math in my head for the 17th time that day. Rent was due. My car was making a noise that sounded suspiciously like a dying robot, and my bank account was looking more like a forgotten phone number than a financial statement. Buying that cereal felt like an act of pure, unadulterated rebellion. A financial crime, even. I could feel the familiar knot tightening in my stomach, that cold dread that whispered, "You can't afford that. You don't deserve that. Who do you think you are?" It was the soundtrack to my life, and it was playing on a loop, right there between the Cheerios and the granola. And then something inside me just snapped. I wasn't sad. I was mad, furious, actually. I was done negotiating with myself over a few dollars for some freaking crunchy oat clusters. So, what is this sneaky little monster I'm calling a scarcity mindset? Think of it like a pair of really dirty sunglasses that you've been wearing for so long you forgot you even have them on. Everything you see is filtered through a grimy, dark lens of not enough. There's not enough money, not enough time, not enough opportunity, not enough good jobs, not enough clients. The world, through these glasses, looks like a barren wasteland where everyone is fighting over a few measly scraps. It's the belief that life is a zero-sum game. If someone else gets a bigger piece of the pie, that means there's less pie for you. This isn't just some philosophical mumbo-jumbo. It's a deep-seated primal fear that gets wired into our brains. It's the voice of our caveman ancestors screaming, "Hoard the berries! The saber-toothed tigers are coming and winter is nigh." The problem is, we're not in a cave anymore. We're living in a world of infinite possibility, but we're still operating on ancient fear-based software. This mindset keeps you in survival mode. You're constantly on high alert, stressed out, and making decisions from a place of panic instead of a place of power. It's exhausting, and it's the #1 killer of big, juicy, awesome dreams. Living with a scarcity mindset is like trying to run a marathon with your shoelaces tied together. You might inch forward, but you're working way too hard for way too little progress. You don't realize that they simply untied their shoes. Let's get one thing straight. Your thoughts are not just little fluffy clouds floating through your head. They are powerful, creative forces. They are the architects of your reality. And when it comes to money, your thoughts are either building you a palace or a prison. Every single belief you hold about money, whether you're conscious of it or not, is dictating your financial situation. If you believe money is hard to come by, guess what? You will constantly find evidence to prove that belief is true. You'll struggle to find jobs, you'll miss opportunities, you'll always feel like you're swimming upstream. Think about some of the greatest hits of limiting money beliefs. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work your fingers to the bone to get rich. Rich people are greedy. I'm just not good with money. Wanting more money is selfish. Sound familiar? These aren't just quaint old sayings. They are energetic commandments that you are living by. They are the unconscious rules running your life, and they are keeping you stuck. Every time you repeat one of these phrases, even jokingly, you're placing another brick in the wall that separates you from wealth. Your feelings are the fuel for these thoughts. When you think, "I'll never get out of debt," how do you feel? On the flip side, what if you thought, "I am a money-making machine and opportunities flow to me easily"? When your brain is marinated in scarcity, your daily habits start to reflect it in cringeworthy ways. One of the classic moves is financial hoarding. This isn't about saving for a goal. It's about clinging to every penny out of sheer terror. You refuse to spend money on anything that isn't an absolute dire necessity. You won't invest in a course that could triple your income. You won't buy the new computer that would make your work 10 times faster. You definitely won't pay for a gym membership to take care of your health. You're so afraid of money leaving that you block it from ever working for you or bringing you joy. Then there's the flip side, the scarcity-driven splurge. This happens when you've deprived yourself for so long that you finally snap. You get a little extra cash, a bonus, a tax refund. Instead of using it wisely, you blow it all in a frantic attempt to feel good for a hot second. You buy the designer bag, you buy the giant TV. For a moment you feel like a high roller. Then buyer's remorse, guilt, panic. You know you just sabotaged your own progress. Another sneaky habit is chronic under-earning. People with a scarcity mindset are terrified to ask for what they're worth. They take the first salary offered. They don't raise their prices. You spend more time worrying about money than creating it. It's a vicious cycle only you can break by deciding to focus on what you want to create instead of what you fear. For me, the shift began not with a lottery win or, a rich relative dying, but with a simple, earth-shattering question. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong about money being hard? What if I'm wrong about my own limitations? What if all these garbage beliefs that I've been carrying around are just that? Garbage. The moment I allowed for the possibility that a different reality existed, a tiny crack of light appeared in the dark prison of my scarcity mindset. It was the beginning of a conscious decision to believe in something different. I decided to run an experiment. For 30 days, I would act as if I already had an abundant mindset. I would pretend that I was someone who trusted the universe, who knew that money was an unlimited resource, and who believed in her own worth. This meant changing how I talked, how I thought, and how I made decisions. When a bill came, instead of groaning, I would say, "Thank you for this bill. I have more than enough money to pay it." It felt, honestly, ridiculous at first. I felt like a complete fraud. But I kept doing it day after day. The next part of my experiment was to surround myself with abundance. I stopped listening to broke people complain about being broke. I started reading books by people who had made millions. I listened to podcasts about wealth creation. I basically put myself on a strict information diet. No more junk food for my brain. And then, weird things started to happen. An old client called me out of the blue with a new project. I found $20 on the street. I got an unexpected refund check in the mail. They were small things, but they were proof that when I changed my energy, my reality started to shift to match it. I had flipped the switch. You don't go from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset by winning the lottery. You do it by changing your mind one thought at a time, every single day. This isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a daily practice like brushing your teeth or going to the gym. Your brain has been running the I'm broke program for years, maybe even decades, so it's going to take some consistent effort to install the new I'm a money magnet software. The key is to make it a non-negotiable part of your routine, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. Think of your mind as a garden. For years, you've let the weeds of fear, doubt, and scarcity grow wild. Your new job is to become a master gardener. Every day you have to get in there and pull out the weeds. When a thought like, "I can't afford this," pops up, you have to recognize it as a weed and yank it out. Then you have to consciously plant a new seed. You replace it with a flower of abundance like, "I can afford anything I truly desire." At first, this feels like work. But soon your garden will have more flowers than weeds. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually start doing this? It's all about creating new, tiny habits that you can stick with. The first one is simple. Create a money mantra. This is a short, powerful, positive statement about money that you repeat to yourself throughout the day. Money flows to me easily and frequently. I am a magnet for wealth and abundance. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror. Put it on your computer. Put it on your car's dashboard. Say it when you wake up. Say it when you're stuck in traffic. Say it until you believe it. Next, start a money love journal. Every single day, write down 5 things you are grateful for that money has provided. Don't just list them, feel the gratitude in your bones. I am so grateful for the hot water in my shower that my money pays for. I am so grateful for the internet connection that allows me to work and connect with people. This practice physically rewires your brain to look for evidence of abundance instead of evidence of lack. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, which is the secret sauce for attracting more. Another powerful action: practice abundant spending. Not reckless, spend with joy and gratitude instead of fear and guilt. The next time you buy groceries, pause and bless the money. Next time you pay for gas, pause and bless the money. Next time you pay a bill online, pause and bless the money. Say, "Thank you, money, for serving me. I release you with joy, knowing that you will return to me multiplied." This changes the energy of the transaction. You participate in a beautiful flow of energy. Blessing money as it goes out invites it back. Finally, dedicate 10 minutes a day to your financial education. Read a chapter, listen to a podcast, watch a short video. Do something that expands your awareness of what's possible with money. Your money story is the narrative you've been telling yourself about your financial life. For most of us, it's a story written by our parents, our society, our past experiences. It's probably a drama or maybe even a horror story, filled with struggle, disappointment, fear. The most empowering thing you can ever do is realize that you are the author of this story. You have the power to pick up the pen at any moment and start a new chapter. You can take your tale of woe and transform it into an epic saga of triumph. The first step in rewriting your story is to identify the old one. What have you been telling yourself? Get a piece of paper and write it all down. Don't hold back. Write down all the ugly, limiting beliefs. My family has always struggled with money, so I will too. I'm not smart enough to be rich. It's too late for me to start over. Get it all out on paper. See it for what it is. Just a story. It's not the truth unless you continue to make it the truth. Rip it up, burn it, safely, flush it. Do whatever you need to do to release it. Now, it's time to write your new story. On a fresh piece of paper, write the story of your new financial reality as if it has already happened. Write it in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities, through multiple sources, on a continuous basis. I am a brilliant money manager, and my wealth grows every day. Describe how it feels to be financially free. Read this new story every single day. Read it out loud with passion and conviction. Here is the ultimate truth, the one I want you to tattoo on your brain. You are a powerful creator. You were born with the ability to turn your thoughts into things. You are not a victim, you are the master of your experience. And that includes your financial experience. Wealth isn't reserved for a select few. It is your birthright. Abundance is the natural state of the universe. The only thing that can keep you from it is your belief that you are separate. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are just out of practice. The journey from scarcity to abundance is rewarding, exhilarating, life-changing. It's about more than money in the bank. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about remembering who you truly are, an infinite being having a temporary human experience. It's about the freedom to express your unique gifts. Share them with the world without worrying about rent. Financial freedom is the permission slip to live your life out loud. Start today. Start with one new thought. Start with one small action. Give yourself 10 minutes. Decide your old money story is over. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and silly beliefs. They were part of the journey to this decision. Making money can be fun. Making money can be easy. Making money can be a spiritual practice. Go get your riches. You deserve them.